Alright, we want to prove that root 2 is an irrational number. Okay, so we want to prove by contradiction. Okay, so by contradiction. Alright, so by contradiction, we are going to assume that root 2 is a rational number. Okay, so let's assume that root 2 is a rational number, and we know rational number is a number that can be expressed as a over b. All right, so let's assume that root 2 is a rational. Okay, so if root 2 is a rational, it means that it can be expressed as a over b. Okay, so where a and b, okay, are integers. Okay, and b can never be equal to 0. Okay, and remember also that a and b should not have a common factors. A and b should not have common factors. Okay, so when they contradict this, it means that it's proved. Okay, so let's see if a and b will not have a common factors. So let's write this one and continue from there. So we have root 2 equals to a on b. So let's square both sides. So we have, all right, so we have 2 equals to, so a squared over b squared. Okay, all right, so we can make this side over 1. So 1 times a squared is a squared equals to 2b squared. All right, now since a squared, okay, has a factor of 2, so we say that a also has a factor of 2. So since a squared has a factor of 2, okay, so a also has a factor of 2. So if a has a factor of 2, since a squared has a factor of 2, we now conclude that a is the same as 2k, where k is an integer. Okay, so we have this as general term for a. Okay, so we go back to the equation. Okay, we have a squared equals to 2b squared. Okay, so let's do substitution. We have a equals to 2k, so let's put a here. So we have 2k squared, 2b squared. So we have 4k squared equals to 2b squared. Divide both sides by 2. So we have 2k squared equals to b squared. Okay, and we have this side too as b squared having a cofactor of 2. So since b squared has a factor of 2, we conclude that b also has a factor of 2. Okay, now remember when we started from the onset, we said a and b should not have common factors. Okay, So since A and B contradict, we now say since A and B have common factors, okay, we say that with 2, which is A and B, okay, is not true, okay, hence or therefore A over B, which is with 2, is not rational, okay, as simple as that. Therefore square root of 2 is an irrational. All right, as simple as that. Okay.